You finish reading a powerful story or displaying a complex historical image to your class and ask for a reaction. Instead of the rich discussion you hoped for, you are met with total silence. Silence often signals cognitive overload, as students struggle to translate abstract internal feelings into coherent public sentences. This immediate demand for spoken words favors quick processors, often excluding multilingual learners, visual thinkers, and introverted students who need more time to organize their thoughts. To solve this, we can introduce an intermediate step that gives students a nonverbal tool to capture their initial impressions before they are asked to speak. Mapping feelings out visually provides a concrete reference point to guide the transition back to articulate speech. Project Zero designed a specific thinking routine to solve this problem. It's called Colors, Shapes, Lines. This routine acts as a speed bump for the brain, intentionally slowing down the response process to encourage careful, isolated observation. Students look at a piece of media and choose exactly one color, one shape, and one line to represent their understanding of the topic. These three elements work together to synthesize the response. Color captures the mood, shape represents the structure, and line conveys the energy of the idea. Let's look at this photograph of turbulent ocean waves beneath a stormy sky through the routine. A student might isolate a single color, like dark blue, reflecting the oppressive storm clouds. Next, they choose a shape. A tight spiral represents the chaotic, inward-pulling force of the water. Finally, a jagged diagonal line conveys the unstable, violent energy of the scene. With three abstract marks, the student maps out the mood, structure, and energy of the photograph. The abstract drawing provides a physical outline, allowing the student to ground a complex verbal argument in simple, reliable marks. Now that the internal thinking is visible on the page, the routine shifts to communication. Students pair up to justify their choices using evidence from the original stimulus. They might say, "I chose dark blue because the water looks uncertain and heavy." A classmate might instead choose a bright white line to represent the flashes of sea foam. Both interpretations are valid as long as the students can point to specific evidence. The routine proves effective when students ground their verbal reasoning in the specific visual choices they've justified on the page. The primary obstacle teachers face when introducing this routine is the fear of drawing. This anxiety can paralyze a classroom before the thinking even begins. Instruct the class that realistic illustration is discouraged. Simple marks and abstract shapes are the goal because they carry the intended meaning more effectively. Stripping away the pressure to create a realistic image prevents students from getting bogged down in technique and forces them into deeper, metaphorical thinking. You can reinforce this by providing only a few basic markers or crayons, making it impossible for students to obsess over fine details. Abstract simplicity provides the necessary rigor to maintain the routine's focus on analytical thinking. This framework adapts to nearly any subject, from a stanza of poetry or a historical photograph to a piece of music or a documentary clip. To make it work, you must provide strict, quiet processing time. Students need several minutes of silence to commit their marks to paper before they are allowed to share with peers. Afterward, display these abstract artifacts. A wall of different colors, shapes, and lines showcases the massive range of valid interpretations generated from a single source. Colors, shapes, lines takes fleeting, hard-to-describe feelings and anchors them to the page. It gives every student the structure they need to enter a conversation with confidence and clear evidence.